Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Texas A&M's offense will start this game off with the football. And here comes the junior running back. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. Using his legs, it's Owens. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
It really is no mystery. And, Race, obviously, we were talking about this guy in the open, and already he's getting the ball, and already he's making his presence felt. He just has such great vision and contact balance. And, David, they are going to continue to give him the football until you prove you can stop.
Yeah, and so the defense is going to have to do something about it. And I know it's early, and that's just one run. But how much are they going to have to commit more people to the box? And they're just going to have to play physical and realize everybody's got a game tackle. This guy is good, man. And so I look forward to this defense trying to find some answers to stop this great running back.
Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Craver. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play. So it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your...
He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Aggie.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we take a look at this junior transfer running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns it. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
Got his man to the left. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw was really good.
There's a crease. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
On first down, it's Baxter again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Gets it out quickly. Trying to rumble in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Kentucky. Put 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morrow. And they're able to make the tackle.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Reed. Boom. He's got the tight end.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Owens. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Ripping through the defense. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Baxter. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
Gets away. Fires to the right. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it with Baxter. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes the grab. It's Owens. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He fires a bullet to the right. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Right back to the well. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
It's going to be really interesting to watch Kentucky this year offensively, and I think running the ball is going to be critical. Will Stein now the new head coach, and he brings in C.J. Baxter at running back from Texas, David, a guy that was so highly recruited coming out of high school, had some injury issues early on during his time at Texas, but he has tremendous upside, and if he can stay healthy, this running game, I think, can take off.
Take off, game-breaking. They fortify the offensive line in the transfer portal. They've got to get back to that physical ground game. And you're right about Baxter. This guy was all-world, everything recruit. Lightning in a bottle, can make those big plays. Look forward to watching this Kentucky offense hopefully get a bounce back and get some spring in their step.
They'll give it to Baxter. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Took a shot as he threw.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Running inside, it's Edwards. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reed. Under fire. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Craver. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Owens. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
There's some room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation third down. That was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Quarterback adapting. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, third in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it, they were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Turns it on down the left side. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense got it, they're on the run. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Kentucky's head coach said in the locker room, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly. They go back to C.J. Baxter. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
They'll go to the air on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Got a man, it's Edwards. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle and prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Here on third down for this offense. Here's Reed to throw. Unloads to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Baxter again. Hard running there. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory because so far this season, they've really struggled.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with second and 4. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. On the ground, it's Owens. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give to the lone running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man, like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position.
Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And
I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. On the run, it's Edwards. Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Might be calling a hot route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Throwing Reed. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. To throw, it's Reed. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. The keeper on the option. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
What a clutch stop for this defense. You get in the fourth quarter, you got to make those plays, get the ball back to your offense in a position now to go take the lead in this ballgame.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And that fumble recovery has set them up 1st and 10, all tied up here in the 4th. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Reed. Catch in the middle. It's Craver. Knocked down for the tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers.
Got a little grass. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced.
There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Takes a handoff. It's Owens. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass, I got to pass. Big 4th down and short. You got to get this first down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The lone back's got it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Wildcats call their 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Makes the grab. Quick step and go. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You need points to win this game, but it's a good sign that your offensive line is firing off the ball here late and getting some push. That was a really good-looking run late in this one.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Reed. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
And he tacks on the extra point. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Okay, 1-possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
You got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Here's the pressure. Byers on the move. Got his man. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, we've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laps.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when